The Dark Hell was the first rank dungeon to appear on Earth since the Day of Transformation, and also the oldest dungeon ever recorded. For decades, no one had ever cleared it. Countless powerhouses had fallen within that deadly domain. Yet today, Su-ming entered that dungeon alone. He slaughtered god-tier beasts and shattered what was long believed to be an unbreakable dungeon. But when he finally stepped out of that abyss, what awaited him was a cruel fate. Outside the dungeon, several voices shouted furiously, "Su-ming, stop struggling. Hand over the divine artifact. Su-ming, your luck has run out. Surrender now. You're a hero of humanity. We'll grant you a quick death. Tell us where you've hidden the divine artifact, and maybe we'll let you die with your body intact." Hearing that, Su-ming stood tall at the dungeon's edge, a cold smile curling on his lips. "So, you all waited for me to clear the dungeon just to ambush me and steal the divine artifact. Tell me, Jiang, was this all your plan?" "Jiang, step forward," Su-ming commanded, his tone icy as he drew his weapon. "Hand over the artifact. For the sake of our past brotherhood. I won't kill you, I'll just seal your powers, and let you go." A bitter laugh escaped Su-ming's lips as he gazed upon that deceitful, hypocritical face. "Ha ha, to think I was so blind. From the age of 18, I've treated you like a brother. We went through life and death together for years, and yet I never saw how vile you truly are." Lifting his sword to the heavens, Su-ming roared, "If all of you have come for the divine artifact, then come. Let us see if you're worthy to face the power of the inverse divine relic. But I fear none of you are qualified." At that moment, an overwhelming surge of energy burst from Su-ming's body, sending everyone into a panic. "That energy way. It's too strong, that's the power of the divine artifact," someone cried out. "Kill him, find where he's hiding the artifact." Jiang raised his hand, stopping them. His voice was cold and measured. "Wait. He's wielding the power of a divine artifact. Acting rashly now is suicide. The plan still lacks one final step." Just then, a figure appeared in the sky, shouting loudly, "Su-ming." Recognizing that familiar voice, Su-ming turned in shock, his eyes trembling. "Jiang, why are you here?" Jiang replied softly, her voice quivering, "I heard someone was plotting against you. I was worried, so I came." For a fleeting moment, Su-ming felt a warmth in his heart. At least someone still cared for him. "Don't worry," he reassured her gently. "I have the inverse divine sword. They can't touch me." Then his gaze swept toward the distant crowd. "But something bothers me. How did they know my location?" Before he could finish, a faint, fragile voice echoed from his chest. "I am the one who told them." A crimson spray of blood burst from Su-ming's chest. He staggered, eyes wide in disbelief, his voice filled with despair. From afar, Jiang laughter rang out, brimming with triumph. "We did it. The final step is complete. Activate the seal." In an instant, a massive demonic sigil flared beneath Su-ming's feet. Hundreds of glowing energy chains shot out, binding him completely. Only then did Su-ming realize Ren Xiaoman had betrayed him long ago. Jiang wrapped his arm around Ren Xiaoman, grinning victoriously. "My dear brother, this is the imprisonment array we specially prepared for you. You can't use your powers anymore." Ren Xiaoman smiled gently and said softly, "I'm sorry, Su-ming. The truth is, I only agreed to be with you because of Jiang. If it weren't for you awakening the 9-star talent back then here, to the boundless potential, I would never have lowered myself to use you just to obtain the divine artifact." Hearing their words, Su-ming's fury exploded. "Damn it, even if I die today, none of you will ever lay a hand on this artifact." At once, everyone surged forward, shouting as they attacked, "Kill them, take the divine artifact." In that life or Kiath instant, a white skeletal hand suddenly burst from the ground. Then, a shadowy figure emerged, standing before Su-ming. It was a girl holding a massive scythe, her entire body draped in a cloak as white as snow. Seeing her, Su-ming froze, his voice trembling. "Wait, why are you here?" The girl before him was Ji Yao, the necromancer, his former classmate, and now his comrade. Ji Yao looked at him, her eyes filled with sorrow. "Don't give up. We can't let these cowards take the divine artifact." Jiang snorted coldly. "Another fool rushing to her death. There are more than a dozen powerhouses here. Even a god descending to earth couldn't save you now." With that, he swung his greatsword straight toward Ji Yao. Seeing this, Su-ming shouted in alarm, "Watch out!" But surrounded by so many enemies, Ji Yao couldn't dodge in time. A brutal slash tore through the air. Jiang sneered, "Don't blame me, classmate Ji Yao." The sight made Su-ming's eyes widen in horror as he screamed, "Ji Yao, Jiang Tang stepped closer, his voice low and menacing. You don't have to worry about her anymore. Join her in hell. But if you hand over the artifact now, I might just spare your life. Su-ming clenched his teeth, muscles straining as he pulled against the glowing chains binding him. Each pull made blood spill from his mouth. Then he roared, unleashing a powerful aura. Divine technique, burst. A violent explosion of energy shattered the iron chains into fragments. Jiang Tang quickly retreated several meters, eyes widening in fear, while the others shouted in panic, That's a divine level technique. Holding Ji Yao in his arms, Su-ming's gaze filled with pain. Why did you come? I failed you so many times. Why do you still care for me? With the last of her strength, Ji Yao gently touched his cheek and whispered weakly, Even if we die, we'll die together. Su-ming planted his sword firmly into the ground, his voice echoing through the battlefield. Today I, Su-ming, the God-Slayer, swear this, Ning Shaman, Jiang Tang, if I ever live again, I will make sure you're both torn to ashes. Ning Shaman's expression turned pale with panic. What is he doing? Jiang Tang's eyes widened in sudden realization. He's going to jump into the abyss with the artifact. Stop him. Take it now. But it was too late. Su-ming took one final step forward, his body plunging into the endless darkness below. A brilliant golden light flared from his hand as he fell. His final words echoed through the air. If you want the divine artifact, then come down here and get it.